Come on in, guys. Come on in. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. Come on in. Come on in. Good to see you. It's Monday, and this is a late version of MT Treadmill Motivation. Get you started on a late Monday afternoon. Come on in. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Greetings. 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 Share it out with your friends. Share it with your loved ones. Share it with those that you don't get along with, because we're definitely gonna be a blessing today. We're definitely gonna touch on some things that everyone needs from time to time. So tag a few friends, tag your friends, let them know that Eminem is on. I'll give you an update of my wife as well. I just wanted to get in on a late treadmill motivation today. What up, E? My brother E. Good to see you, man. This is something that we all need today. While you're out there doing what you normally do every single day. Hey, Vanessa, how are you? Lynetta, how are you? Share it out, guys. Tag a friend, tag a friend, tag a friend. Share, share, share. Let them know the M&M's on. What's up, Kevin? Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you, man. Welcome, 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 guys. Good to see you guys coming in on this Monday afternoon, early evenings for the East Coast. Share it out, share it out. Let them know that M&M's getting ready to do this thing. I'm gonna share some things with you that many of us, we need every now and then. Even myself, I definitely need it. And that's in the area of inspiration. And I'm back to 6 steps. I'm back to steps. I'm back to giving you some steps. But 6 steps to revitalizing your inspiration. How do you get inspiration? Where do you get inspiration from? Who do you get inspiration from? What are some of the things that you do that inspires you? What are some of the things that the people that you surround yourself do to inspire you? Joey, how are you? Good to see you. What are some of the key facets in life that you do that inspires you? Now, Larry, what's up, man? Good to see you. Now, I'm one that try to inspire, but I also enjoy being inspired. And I want to share these simple steps with you about inspiration and revitalizing your inspiration. I look around today, and you know, I'm still getting used to Lake Elsinore and its weather. Now, granted, it's sunny outside, it's kind of warm, but the reason why I dress like this because it helps me sweat. It gets all those impurities out. You know, I keep my head covered, I get in these sweats, and I sweat it out. But as I look around, I laugh because, you know, it's the little things that inspire me. Now, this might sound kind of odd to you, but this is just me. So I'm creative and I'm special like that. But out here in this desert, in this valley, I look outside and I see dozens of alligator lizards coming out during the day. You know, they're just all over the place. They're just all over the place. And I see them and how they interact with one another, and they come out on these rocks. And it's hot, and they rest, and you know, they do whatever. Darla, how are you? They do whatever they do, you know, to live and to run around and catch bugs and worms and all that. But you know, I guess you ask, well, how are you inspired by that? But I'm inspired by just the simple fact of how they're able to just survive, and the kind of creatures they are, and how they're so majestic in their looks. You know, they're actually prehistoric if you really think about it. Oh, you like lizards? Oh yeah, Guam got some lizards. They got some dinosaurs, if you ask me. My father-in-law is actually in Guam. You know, oh yeah, I think you know that, right? You know that. Okay, yeah, you already know. But Christine was born in Guam. But it's just watching them is fascinating, and how they dart back and forth, and there's certain movements that they make. You know, they sit on the rocks and they bounce up and down. I'm like, what are you doing? It looks like he's doing push-ups. That's what it looks like. Looks like they're doing push-ups, but I guess it's a method to their madness. But just certain things, little things in life inspire me. That's what I wanted to allude to. It's just the simple things in life inspire me. You know, I asked a question: who inspires you? What inspires you? What are some of the people in your life? What do they do that inspire you? You know, but you think about it, sometimes you have to look at the simple things in life and find something that really inspires you. And sometimes it could be hard because of what you're dealing with in life. But 6 steps that will vitalize or revitalize your inspiration. And the first one is surround yourself with things that energize you. Surround yourself with things that energize you. What are some of the things that energize you? You know, in your office. Denise, how are you? We're just getting started. 6 things to revitalize your inspiration. So when you think about people that energize you, who energizes you? What energizes you? You know what you love in life. You know some of the simple things that you love in life. Whether it's fresh cut flowers. My wife, she likes fresh cut flowers. Whether it's a beautiful painting. You know, many people like painting. People like artwork. And these are things that inspire people. And meaningful quotes could inspire you. You know, I love good quote. You know, I love a good quote. But you have to make these things a part of your everyday life. These things that inspire you, you make them a part of your everyday life because they'll energize you, which basically it helps every part of your life. It helps create the right frame of mind. It helps create the right mindset for being inspired. Okay? These things will make you feel better. Leslie, how are you? They'll make you feel better. They will leave you with a feeling of positiveness about your life. It'll encourage you to be positive in your life. And having a positive outlook can make you more receptive to being inspired. So what is it or who is it that energizes you on a daily basis? Keep them around you. Keep them close to you. Number 2, our salon owner inspires me. She is so young and so motivated. And that's good, man. That's awesome. You know, it doesn't matter how old they are. If they're inspiring in what they do in life, man, I'm like, learn from it and glean from it, because it doesn't matter how old a person is. You can always learn something. Yes, Denise, definitely. The warm days, that's inspiring. Sunshine, that's inspiring. Even to me, even rain inspires me. Cloudy days inspire me. People look at it as humdrum and morbid. No, it inspires me. All of that inspires me because I totally look at it at a different angle than most people look at life. Number 2, now this is something that I learned early on in my college days, way back there when I first started college. When I first got out of high school, I went right into college. But then I stopped because it felt like I was, you know, another year of high school. You know how we do. We take a break. But it took me 10 years to go back to, you know, get my first degree in my bachelor's degree. And then I went on to get my master's. But number 2 is listen to classical music. Now, that might sound a little hard for some of you because of your background and where you're from and the type of person that you are. But classical music, think about it. As I learned classical music, one of the learning steps of learning classical music, our instructor, what he would do is he would get a piece of music and he would play that music, and then he would stop that music. And then he would tell us, what did you hear? What did you hear in that composure? And then we had to figure out the composure. We had to think about who was writing that composition. We had to think about the time that it was written. I mean, so many things that we had to do to understand classical music. But classical music is is good for inspiration because it's so complex. When you hear the compositions of classical music and all the different arrangements, it's very complex, and there's a learning process in this, okay? Because when you listen to classical music and it's so complex in its composition, it can put you in a better emotional state for absorbing information, and it will help you relax. I've even heard people say that they play classical music for their plants, and it helps their plants grow. Now, if classical music can help plants grow, come on, guys. What do you think it can do for you as a human being listening to classical music? Find a classical piece that you like that isn't so, mind-blowing, because some of that classical music you'd be like, ooh wee. But it can help you relax. It can help you get into a frame of mind that's more creative, because now and here's an important fact. The music that you listen to has a very psychological effect on you, whether you realize it or not. It affects you psychologically. Look at the kids. Look at the music that the kids listen to. Some of them listen to that hardcore rap. Some of them listen to heavy metal. And I feel that heavy metal is straight from the devil. It's straight from the devil, if you ask me. But it's the kind of music that they listen to. Their mood swings are dictated by what they're listening to. When I was growing up, my parents were Christians. So, there was a lot of Christian music in the home. And growing up being a musician, I was a bass player. And then later on, I started learning to play drums. I sing and stuff like that. But it helped me growing up in my mannerism. It helped me in my frame of mind. I didn't want to go out and kill nobody. I didn't want to go out and slap nobody. I definitely didn't want to call no woman out of her name. Hello. But the music that they play today is geared for disrespect. It's geared for low self-esteem. It's geared for all these negative aspects of life. You hear these lyrics and it's like, wow, how is it that these young people, and I blame it on the parents, because the parents, they allow it. They say, oh, it's okay, let them listen to it. It's not bothering anybody. It's not hurting it. Yes, it is. All of that negative music and the underlying and undergird message that this music have is messing up our young people. And it's totally changing the landscape of our society. You got guys calling women, I'm not a cusser, you call them female dogs and call them all out their names, but yet they want to find a respectful woman to marry. Really? Allison, how are you? Who wants to hear all that rhetoric, in your music? And then when you think about certain lyrics that triggers a certain mood, a certain attitude, we have to be very careful in what we're listening to. So this is why number 2 is listen to some good classical music, or listen to something that promotes a relaxed atmosphere, that promotes a relaxed frame of mind, that promotes a relaxed emotional state. Okay, whether that's classical music, whether that's jazz, whether that's gospel or country and western, whatever it is, as long as it's soothing to your hearing and it's not interjecting a lot of negativeness in your mindset while you're listening to it. Okay, that's why I don't understand. This heavy metal, rock heavy, I'm talking heavy metal, where everybody's wearing black and got on black eyeliner and black fingertips and all this. Like I say, I think that stuff is from the devil, but that's just me. But you want to put yourself in a position of listening to something that's going to soothe your mind and soothe your atmosphere, so you're able to absorb information that will help you to relax. When you're more relaxed in a better frame of mind, you're able to learn more. You're more receptive to new ideas. You're more receptive to what God has for you. You're more receptive to listening to His voice instead of listening to all this negativity that's all around us. So now, because you've set the mood of what you're listening to, you're more receptive to obtaining more perfect inspiration for the problem that you're working on. So if classical music is not your style, try it out sometime, see what happens. Just see what happens. Listen to some classical music. But you could pick another style of music that's more to your liking. For instance, try instrumentals, instrumental music or soundtracks, or something that has lyrics that energize you instead of bringing you down. Dorian, how are you? So that would be number 2, is listen to some classical music inspiring where you are in life and what you're doing. When I studied in college, I was one that I had to have music on because it helped me think. It helped me get into a frame of mind of grasping what I was learning so I could absorb that information. So it was very important what I listened to on a daily basis. And the same with you. Be mindful of what you're listening to. If you have young children, be mindful of what they're listening to. Be very cautious in allowing them to listen to certain things that would basically set their mood in life. Okay, you got young teenagers. Do they really need to be listening to some of these lyrics that, it talks about making love? What they know about all that? I know they know more than you because of the society we live in, but it's very important. Oh yeah, Mandisa, she's very good. But you're listening to things, you're allowing your children to listen to things. I don't care if they get mad. This is your house. That's your house. You make the rules. They don't make the rules. You make the rules. You're the parent. It's amazing to me that I see children, they setting the rules for the household. They don't pay nothing. So be very mindful in what you allow for your children, and you'll be very surprised in their mindset and how they study in school. All right, number 3 is spend time reading. How much time do you spend reading? Reading a good book. Reading something that's going to motivate your mindset, something that's going to inspire you. It's important. Reading is a great way to be inspired. I love reading. I love reading good books. I love reading good novels. It provides fresh thoughts and ideas. You can read novels and inspirational books, and even reading the Bible will speak inspiration into your life. People say, I don't know what to read. You got a Bible around the house? Find you a Bible. And just start reading it. Start just reading the Gospels, or start reading history or poetry. There's all kind of things in the Bible that you can read that will be, it can be very inspiring to you. So in your daily routine of getting inspiration, and I'm going to leave it with number 3, and we'll come back on Wednesday to get the last 3. But spend time reading and finding books. I have a good friend of mine, Pastor JP. He wrote his first inspirational book, and I'm very proud of him. And that I'm very institutional in his life of being a mentor and a big brother to him in the gospel and the ministry, that he comes to me for inspiration. Now he's writing his own inspiration book, and that makes me very proud. So find books that will inspire you. Teach your children to read books that will inspire them. I used to tell my children all the time, read 10 pages of a good book. But the thing is, I picked the book. I didn't let them pick the book. I picked the book, and I picked things that was a little difficult for them to understand, because what it did, it triggered their mindset. It triggered their way. Oh, YouVersion, I use that all the time. I love YouVersion Bible app. YouVersion Bible app, that's an awesome one to put on your phone. You can get all types of inspirational messages and lesson texts from the YouVersion Bible app. That's a good one. Thank you for that. So teach your children to read inspirational books, things that will inspire them to be greater, things that will inspire them to want to do more, things that will inspire them to be great than their surroundings, greater than their surroundings, be more intellectual than their surrounding. And that comes by reading. It comes by being inspired. And I just wanted to come on today for this short time to inspire you. 6 steps to revitalize your inspiration. We talked about the first 3, and Wednesday we'll talk about the last 3. Number 1 was surround yourself with things that energize you. Number 2 was listen to some classical music. And number 3 was spend time reading. These are very important in these steps of revitalizing your inspiration. We all need inspiration. I need inspiration. I'm walking in a life that people are watching, people are always looking at you. So you want to be in a position of inspiring people. Damien, how are you? So you guys keep my wife in prayer. Many of you know that from the post I posted that she's been sick. You know, we found out she had walking pneumonia, didn't even know, you know, some crazy stuff. She was just really, really sick. I mean, I'm talking sick, y'all. She was just sick. So when I finally did get a chance to take her to the doctors, you know, she's that superwoman. I had to take that cape off and say, you ain't superwoman today. Daddy got to take you to the doctor. So we took her in. Temperature was in the hundreds. You know, she was, you know, about to fall out in the hospital. I was like, oh, see, why do we wait until it's, you know, late in the day, so to speak, before we go to the doctor? If you guys got some ailments, y'all need to take care of yourself. Y'all need to go to the doctors, get checked out, find out what's going on, find out why you light in the head. There's certain reasons. You know, we have medical for a reason. But then the doctor that we saw over the weekend gave her some medication that had some bad effects. You know, she had bad reaction from it, and she broke out in hives. And so we're trying to figure out what the heck is going on. So I had to take her back to the doctors on yesterday. So that's when we found out that, you know, the medication that she had was giving her hives. Oh my goodness. That's why you have to really trust God. You got to really trust God to know that He's going to give these doctors the abilities and the knowledge to give you the right medication, to give you the right diagnosis, because so many times people have been misdiagnosed, and the only way they find out is because they passed away. And I'm not trying to have that. Oh no, it won't be Kaiser. It will be Malachi's Permanente. I'm going to tell you now. But we went in, the Lord blessed her. She got with an awesome doctor. The doctor checked her out, said, oh no, we need to get this. I need to take you off of this. I need to give you this. You know, we need to combat this. So I'm glad that God gave us. And this is what happens when you go into urgent care. You don't know who you're going to get. But I'm so glad that the Lord blessed that. She's now on the road to recovery, and she's doing much better. You know, she's resting. I'm making her rest. And so we got to go in today to get her chest x-rays done. You know, make sure that, you know, the information isn't worse than the doctor, you know, says, but we trust in the God that everything is all right. But hey, you guys continue praying for us. I thank you for coming in. I appreciate you guys for showing up, showing out with me. Love you guys so much. Christine loves you. She definitely says hi to all of you. So remember, on Wednesday, we're going to continue 6 steps to revitalizing your inspiration. Go out and inspire someone today. Inspire your family. Inspire your children. Inspire. Inspire. That's important for you to help others in becoming successful in life, is through inspiration. So I pray that God continues to bless you guys. I pray that God continues to watch over you and your family, continues to heal you if you're sick, that He strengthens you and touches your mindset, that He continues to open the doors of success for you and your loved ones. All right, guys, we'll see you on Wednesday. I'm getting ready to stop this thing, get up out of here, get cleaned up so I can take my baby to the doctors and get that last x-ray done. All right, guys, we'll definitely see you on Wednesday with the last 3 steps of 6 steps to revitalizing your inspiration. You're an inspiration to me by coming in and sharing this with other people, because through that you can love God, you can love yourself, and you can love others, and you can inspire people, as I'm trying to inspire, to live, hope, and change. You know, that's our motto in life, because we just want to do what God has for us to do. We want to be pleasing in every way. And I know a lot of people, you know, I ain't even gonna make no excuses for my walk with Christ now. There's no time to be making excuses. None. No excuses for living for Christ. Live for Christ the best way you know how. The best way that you know how, you live for Christ. And the best way I know is accepting Him into your heart and believing that He is the Son of God, that He came to die for you, and He rose again on that 3rd day just so you can be victorious in your life today. Love you much, guys. We'll definitely see you on the other side. Be blessed.